I thought they were more restricted.
All right, it is 7 p.m. on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, 2020,
Who's got the margaritas and the tacos?
and we're gonna open the committee's meeting. Do roll call, well, let's go through the thing first. In accordance with the governor's executive order that allows us to have meetings without a quorum present, which tonight we actually do, we are allowing people to attend remotely from home, without having to have an excuse other than COVID-19. But tonight we do have a quorum present, so that we will be starting the meeting normally. Roll call, please.
Committee members Chris Samples,
Here.
John Talbot,
Here.
William Luxinger, I believe is absent, Dina Simpson is absent, Jen Christensen,
Here?
Jared Doan is absent, President Rick Worm,
Here.
Treasurer Brenda Onabany,
Here.
participating remotely, I-Clerk Sandy Moss am here, Public Works Supervisor Brett Berge,
Here.
and Park Supervisor Nate Hill.
Here.
He's also participating remotely.
You guys can't see him, but he's on the other TV,
He's zooming.
and Zoom.
Do you have any trustees who called in?
Yeah, Dina.
Dina.
Oh, okay.
So we need a motion for Dina.
I'll
to-
make
Do
a
we?
motion to allow Dina Simpson to participate remotely.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to allow Dina to attend remotely. Chris seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes 702. Sandy?
Dina?
Here.
And sounding chipper, too.
It's,
Thanks, Chris.
it's the wine. Hang on a moment, we got another caller.
Beeping, Rick, get it.
Just pick up her delivery.
Delivery,
All right.
3 steak fajitas and 2 margaritas.
Billy.
And you
William.
William.
So we need a motion for William to attend remotely.
I'll make a motion to let William Luxinger participate remotely.
Second.
John makes a motion to allow William Luxinger to attend remotely.
Retired.
Yeah, retire. Jen seconds. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 703.
William?
Here.
Are you picking up the pizza?
Hey, I want mine with no lettuce.
I can if you need me to.
Nah, it's all right.
No lettuce.
Okay,
Next.
we have minutes on the table.
I'll make a motion to approve the March 17th, 2020 Committee of the Committee meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Dina makes a motion to approve the March 17th, 2020 Committee meeting minutes. Jen seconds. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes 704. Report of the officers, I have nothing this week, really just hoping they start opening things back up. Sandy?
I don't have anything.
Brenda?
Nope, just doing everything normally.
On to the committee
As
reports.
normally.
Community development events.
The only thing I have is I wanted to talk about is, since we're having a hard time getting a hold of the movie people for our movie after our fireworks and not knowing where we stand, having more than who knows how many people there, probably at where the, where the board stands of not having a movie this year, considering we know we can do the fireworks, because if we get them to shoot them up high enough, people don't have to come to the park, they can see them from their houses, but it's just where we stand on a movie, even trying to schedule it. I mean, we have it scheduled, but, I just don't.
I'm in favor of just leaving it like it is and let's play it as we get closer to
I
it.
have not been able to get a hold
Hold
of
of
the
them,
movie
that's the
guy.
problem.
That's,
Well, they'll,
Well,
Nothing.
it really doesn't change anything then.
no.
we
Well, I
didn't,
haven't-
we didn't already have it scheduled for the
We have it
July-
scheduled.
We do.
Yeah.
But we can't.
I mean, you're still
we
talking
can't get
60 days away.
communicate with them, so I don't have one picked out or anything, because we don't,
Yeah,
Oh.
but
they're not.
I think it as is too, it'd be a nice treat.
Right.
But you probably even end up with some more attendance because everybody's been cooped up.
Our movie date is not on the calendar
Calendar.
of the movie company.
Okay, well,
Oh.
if we can get a hold of them.
We cannot get a hold of them.
Wouldn't we have done that last year?
No, we passed it 2 weeks after the stay-in-place order went into effect, and I communicated with him briefly right after that, but I have been
Oh.
unable to get a hold of him via email or telephone.
Did
since
you
that
communicate the
time.
dates we wanted afterwards?
I did, but
Surprises.
I have not been able to get a hold of him since
Okay.
then.
Right, 'cause then we had to do a new contract.
We have to do a
'cause we
new
were gonna
contract because
get
we
rid of the
won't have
first
the
one in
June
June.
movie. And
I'm
I,
surprised that they wouldn't have gotten back to us.
Well,
Well-
I'm not.
No, let's just see, to me, let's just keep trying to get a hold of them and see where it lies, but I think being 60 days out,
I'd leave it, yeah, I do.
I'd leave it and see where we're at as
Well-
we get closer.
Not that you could just leave it because we're not on the schedule
Yeah.
yet, but you get the.
Well, if she already communicated
Would you
the
like-
dates,
I guess, would you like, but those dates are not locked because we didn't pay a deposit.
Right.
no,
And
no.
so the deal was, and Jen, I think, explained this a few weeks ago, which was if we give the deposit for both dates and the one date cannot be rescheduled, we will not get it back.
Okay.
And so he'll reschedule if he can, but if he can't, then it's gone.
Our,
And so
Well, the-
we could turn in a deposit right now for a June and July movie, knowing.
But you can't get a hold of him.
Right.
So I'd say just keep trying to get a hold of him, and
what,
if we have it, we have it, we don't, we don't.
what was the fireworks status? Or did we,
Nate's got that.
Yeah, he'll talk about it.
hang on, Nate, don't say nothing yet.
He's on delay. All right,
That was
anything,
nice.
And that's all I had.
everybody okay with that? Hanging on until we get,
Yeah,
Closer?
I'm good with that.
I'll let you know if I get a hold of him.
keep trying to contact him?
It's a long way away to know.
William,
Yes.
you have anything?
No.
Jared's not here. Anybody have anything on ordinance enforcement?
We have ordinance?
That wasn't very nice.
Parks,
I'm sorry,
John?
but
I'll
people,
turn it over to Nate at this time. Nate?
Okay, hi everybody, I'll keep this quick. The first thing you just mentioned was, the fireworks. We did receive communication from Doug, and, he was saying, yeah, we could do it. You know, people can attend in their cars, that sort of thing. So he's still down to, do the show. That's still good. The second thing was the emerging youth baseball. I know I reached out to everybody recently, polling. And just this past week, Oregon Park District has canceled their summer, fall, and they coordinate the softball league. Sycamore Park District has canceled all of their youth summer leagues, and, so in light of the restrictions lasting until the end of this month, and then from that point forward, the continued restrictions, I'm gonna suggest that we cancel Meridian Youth Baseball as well. But, that said, depending upon what comes up or how things go, I'd still be willing to work with Byron to try to put together some kind of rec league, and William and I spoke about this, you know, having more local teams playing each other, just pick up games or do something, if possible. So, as far as our current registration and the current structure of Meridian Youth Baseball, my suggestion would be to cancel and refund with the potential coordinating with, another local entity or having some rec or pickup games if the rules allow. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up and, if there's any discussion, I'm happy to listen. But that's kind of where I see things, you know, with the situation that we're dealt, being.
Dina, William, did you hear that?
I think I heard that basically at this point we're, canceling the Meridian Youth, but trying to figure out a way to do something else that maybe it'd be still a fun event in terms of the baseball going.
Yep, are you guys okay with that?
I don't think at this point we have a huge choice, to be honest with you.
I know, what,
I had the
go ahead.
Go ahead, William.
I had the conversation with Nate prior to this, and, from what I believe I heard, I think he, portrayed my opinion, pretty well. So yes, I understand the Meridian Youth Baseball is gonna have to be canceled, but, my position was that if we do cancel, we need to come up with or attempt to seek alternate means to get our community and our children out and engage in physical activity, when the restrictions are lifted.
What are the normal ranges, what are the dates for the league? What are the normal dates? From what date to what date?
They would begin practicing next week, you know, middle of May till, July, from middle to end of July, after they have a all-star game, and the end tournament. So, we would be ramping up here within, and have kids out practicing in the park next week if it was a normal year.
Yeah, well, it clearly, they missed at least a month, so, and probably more. So there's no point in going through, but I would suggest that we have something for when we do become available, so that, you know, the kids in our village have something to do, organized to do.
Yeah, that was the guidance I did a lot of research on this today because I'm not coming to this decision just emotionally. I'm trying to look at, you know, information and, make a wise decision. And one of the things they did say was not to travel, but to just have a local team amongst the community to play each other and those types of things. So if we could kind of work something like that, and William, like I said, William and I, did speak about, you know, how that would work, or, you know, how that could work or whatever, but I would, be more than willing to try to pull something together if it allows to, you know, have more, the teams from Davis Junction play in some little rec leagues and little pickup games and those types of things, instead of, you know, driving and traveling, because I think that'll still be kind of an issue. But that was one of the things that I read, from some of the Little League guidance and other, youth sports, summer youth sports leagues, and some of the recommendations that they were putting out was to keep it local.
I assume we don't collect a lot of money in fees, right?
I believe we have about $10,000 right now to return and refund, so.
Pretty big.
That's pretty good. I thought it's not that.
We've collected totally, but we have, you know, 230 participants.
But that's from more than just the village though, right? That's from the Meridian for the whole area?
Yeah,
All right.
Yes, for
Chris.
just us.
Yeah.
For
our league.
You know, our participants.
No, I know, Meridian, I know, but I'm just saying, it doesn't
Right.
just encompass the village.
No, the Meridian
Yeah.
Youth is Stillman
Yeah.
Valley, Monroe Center, and us.
Yeah, we just need something for organized that the kids, you know, in the area can do when we do open up.
Can I ask a quick question?
I have one too.
Go
Sure.
ahead.
Do you, like, then the money that's been collected, does that get returned, or how are we planning on doing that?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
we have a supervisor meeting tomorrow, and Brenda and I talked, and that is one of the topics that we want to discuss at the supervisor meeting tomorrow, is how we're gonna process those returns, because it's gonna take a effort between Nate, Brenda, and I to get those back to where they came from.
Okay, thanks.
Are we allowed to have a gathering for the fireworks, or is the recommendation nobody can get out of their cars for the fireworks? I mean, what,
We won't know
We
until
won't
we
know
get
that.
closer.
because the only thing I see is if we have to keep them in their cars only, one, that probably won't work very well, because people will still get out of their cars, and two, it's certainly gonna restrict the number of people that can attend.
Well, they can see it, if we can keep them to where they shoot them up higher and forget the ground stuff, because the people can see it from their houses, they can see it from further away versus coming all the way into the park.
Well, since we have no idea, we should just leave it how it is for now,
Yeah,
and hope for the best.
Right.
I just thought maybe there was already a mandate in place.
I usually watch them from my house.
The current mandate, John, is no groups of 10 or more.
But that we know we're gonna get past that, so.
And then the next phase is 50, and I suspect by the July deadline, by July 4th, we'll
Yeah.
probably be in the 50 phase.
Give or take numbers.
Yeah.
There are some logistics with bathrooms and concessions, that we can also talk about, and you know, as the time comes closer,
Makes
maybe
sense.
get porta potties and spread them out around,
Take the extra grass.
concessions, those types of things.
What
Having
she's-
social distance spread out throughout the park rather than concentrating in certain locations. Encourage people to be from their cars. I think it's doable, but I think there's gonna be some logistics, yeah, as far as restrooms, porta pots, and concessions and those types of things that we can work around.
Is that all you had,
That's
Dave?
all.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I have, it's just the, Meridian Youth, I'm just, FYI, we decided to cancel, refund, and, we'll work on, some other kind of, local rec league. And then, yeah, that's it for now, I don't really have anything else.
Anything further, John?
I'm done.
All right. Chris?
You have anything? Figures.
Oh, hold on.
You
nothing but good news, isn't it?
Why do you gotta do that?
Because you're speaking next.
Great. All right, just something,
I noticed you didn't turn it around when you were speaking.
No, because he knows it's me. Nate and I got to look at each other earlier when I set this up. Yeah.
Anyway, so everybody is, I'll just make this is something we can think about and decide here in another week or whatever, but, our original truck 1, the old F-550, we still have that truck. We have developed a very serious oil leak.
03?
4. We believe we've figured out it's basically the timing cover oil pump gasket. We have a quote from, there's a diesel shop in Byron, luckily close by. We have 2 quotes. One is depending on if the cover is good or bad, and replacing the oil pump and everything while they're in there. Basically, we're looking at about a $2,000 repair on this truck. And the box is shot, the dump bed is shot. We're trying to decide as a group what our thoughts are. We would love to continue to use this. We basically take the dump box off. We can buy a used flatbed, put a used flatbed on, probably about $1,000, and kind of make that what it is now, our water truck. It's just the box is literally rusting off that truck, and we don't feel comfortable with it. So we have a couple decisions to make. One, do we want to put that kind of money into that old truck? The cab and chassis appear to be in fairly good condition. This would basically just be a city truck. It wouldn't leave. It wouldn't do anything but hold a water tank and water, which is what we've been using it for actually the last probably 2 or 3 seasons anyway, is just a water truck. So, like I said, we've got some more discussion to have as a group, our crew over there, kind of what we're looking at. Do we want to keep it? Do we want to turn a trailer that we have into a water wagon? Kind of where we're at. So just something for you guys to think about. But we would be looking, if the repairs are what they're saying they could be, $2,000, and we're figuring $1,000 to $1,500 for a used flatbed. We're into that truck, $3,500, $4,000. On an 04, so.
Doesn't have any real trade value.
No, the
We're
only.
better off fixing it and running it.
Yeah, we would literally either just sell it, give it to Nate to trade in on one of his trucks, or, whatever, if we decided we didn't want to put the money into it. But it does kind of come in handy during the season when we're watering. One guy can jump in that and go water. So, just something to think about. I mean, obviously, Rick's on board. I mean, I don't like to dump $4,000 into a truck that's that old, but it's not worth anything.
Really kind of depends.
It's not worth anything selling it.
Yeah, but you're not asking to replace it, right?
No,
Not now.
just rebuild it. And
I'll talk to you in a week or 2 about that. No.
No.
But no, that's the thing is, like I said, it comes in very handy because otherwise we have to kind of commit. We either need to turn a trailer into a water wagon, or we have to commit our other 550 to a water wagon, which is very difficult because we use that truck nonstop in the summer. So taking a tank in and out is not very convenient, cost effective. So, but anyway, that's kind of where we're at with it. I'll probably talk to you guys again next week about it, or give you time to think about it, or if you just say, put the money in it, we'll put the money in it. So, it's, pretty hefty chunk of change, so. That, I think that's it for me. Yeah, I think that's it, Chris.
anything else, Chris?
Yeah, Brenda, did we get a check from the state for, say, around $26,000?
No.
No?
No.
No, it said they already distributed it.
Okay, I thought Nick had said that they hadn't gone
Oh.
yet.
I did.
When?
I did forward Brenda that email late this afternoon
All right.
because I realized that she was not in the loop on it.
All right. Well,
I mean, I would,
She was not.
well, let me look, cause for motor fuel tax stuff,
no, it's not motor fuel. It's an allotment through, the state of Illinois, through the Department of Transportation for the, it's like $1.5 billion in a grant to rebuild Illinois capital program.
I do have the email stated forwarded to me, and I did Google on
I sent
my
that
other
to you, right?
computer.
Yeah.
No, he
stuff.
has it. I
Oh,
got it.
all right. I meant
I don't
to if I didn't, because I just figured that everybody should know. The state of
Well-
Illinois, go ahead.
Let me tweet, go ahead and talk and I'll look.
Well, the state of Illinois when it did the Rebuild Illinois bond issue, came up with some kind of formula, that's tied to the motor fuel tax that gives what they like to call the LPAs, or I'll call them municipalities, a portion of a $1.5 billion grant. And they're gonna give out, to everybody, the $1.5 million, but to the Village of Davis Junction will get, and this is what's scheduled, what actually happens, who knows, $26,000 twice a year for 3 years, which comes out to be about $156,000 over 3 years. And the restrictions on what we can spend it on are, are rather lengthy. But basically speaking, to help us rebuild Illinois, they're gonna give us about $156,000.
What are we supposed to build with that?
Yeah, well, you know, if you got less than 45,000, you can basically do what you want with it, but we'll have to use it for, specific stuff, projects mostly, that would be new projects. They don't really want you to do repairs with it, even though, if I read correctly, you could do resurfacing with some of the money.
Might have. They're gonna operate similar to MFT funds, correct?
It's
Somewhat
similar,
along that line?
similar, but I think that you
Yeah,
can use it
with a
for-
few more restrictions.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
You know, they don't want you to, they want you to use it to build stuff, not
Yes, yes.
repair stuff. So basically, you know, if our ditch project would be good for it,
Yes,
or.
correct. That's the way I understand it
Yeah.
anyway.
So, we'll have stuff to spend it on. I just wanted you to know that, or wanted all the board members to know that we'll get an extra $150,000, hopefully, if they actually distribute it. And, I thought it said that they already made the first payment.
I don't have it, no.
All right. Maybe they didn't.
And it says that 156 is over 3 years.
Yes. Two payments a year for 26,000, roughly 26,000 over 3 years. Comes out to be 156,000.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a link on the page that tells you the exact
So-
amount that goes to Illinois.
What I didn't forward to Brenda was the attachment, because I did not have it. So if you have
Oh.
that and could forward that to her, because I was concerned with, Brenda.
Yeah.
I Googled it.
Yeah, it reads like it has to be treated like MFT funds for financing purposes as well, was my concern.
Yeah,
You
I have to put it in the MFT fund,
Okay. She has to keep MFT
so that way
funds
when
separate from the.
because I get audited every year for my MFT fund.
Yeah.
But you realize there are more restrictions than in the motor fuel tax. Sorry, there are, well, actually, there are just different restrictions. Never mind. I'll,
Can you just forward what you received, Donna? Because Brenda's
well,
been,
she has the letter, and the letter explains the restrictions.
because you found it via Google? It's not in the I don't have it in the email. The email I had did not have the attachment.
There was
The
no letter in it?
Your
I'll
attachment did
forward
not come over on the email.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll forward it to you or print it out here so that you guys will
Yeah,
have
I
a
did.
copy of it, because there are different restrictions for it.
Yeah.
But basically speaking, let me find it
The
here.
original email has an attachment. It says the attachment.
Stop it. Oh, there it is. Basically speaking, we got $156,390.06. The formula was on the motor fuel tax. I will forward that to her.
Thank you.
No problem.
But yeah, we have not received it yet.
It says that the first Rebuild America grant, which will be awarded and distributed in the week of May 4th, 2020, will total $250 million.
Hey, Chris.
Well, that's this week.
Can you forward that to,
That's
Fergie?
why I was,
Can you forward that to Fergie and I as well? Neither one of us got the attachment either.
what? I don't have it either. Oh, all right. Maybe he just, all right, sure. Will do.
Thank you.
So you might want to look for that, just saying. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'll get a notice when, anything comes from the state.
Alright.
It notifies me.
Dina?
You got this, Brett.
I I don't have anything that's like on the agenda in terms of, just things that we've been talking about, like, Sandy and I have been talking about trying to, figure out how to help those residents that perhaps in the process of not having to do the, current, utility bills and so forth, maybe we can help encourage and, encourage them with anything that they might have had past due, so during the time it's possible that they might be able to, it might end up providing an opportunity for them to do some catching up and whatnot. So just talking about that with her and getting a letter drafted for that. And I don't know if Brett has something tonight at all. I did not talk to him before the meeting this evening. But that's really about all I have, unless there's something else I'm missing.
Actually, I do. Dina, I apologize. This is something that kind of came up yesterday afternoon, and I've been working on today, so I apologize for not speaking with you.
Brett, please don't apologize. It's all good.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep this. This is something else that is ongoing, that has just started to develop. So I'll keep it short because we're still working on it. Most of you, I'm assuming, are familiar with the lift station over on Pacific Avenue, basically the only lift station we have left in this village. So a year ago, probably the end of this month, we have been getting messages, so that has basically a dialer system in it, it's referred to as the OmniSite Crystal Ball, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But it is running on a 2G, possibly something like that, 2 or 3G. Well, at the end of this year, that is no longer going to be serviced. We have to upgrade to a 3G or greater, or 4G or something like that. I don't remember exact details. Anyway, we were working with Electric Pump, and they were kind of like a rep or vendor for OmniSite. We were going to get an upgraded model that would be ready to go, plug and play for the most part, at basically $1,500. Well, we're going on a year now, and we still have not seen this part, and we've been going back and forth. The EP's been questioning OmniSite, where is it, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. We were told it was backordered, we were told this, we were told that. Well, I'm starting to find, yesterday afternoon we started to find things out. I guess Electric Pump is no longer a vendor for OmniSite. Something is going on between those two, and it's not a matter of it's backordered, we can't get this. Try to put this kind of politically correct. OmniSite is screwing with Electric Pump. They informed us yesterday that we want to order directly from OmniSite. They'll get it to us within a week. They've had them on the shelves. They've been there for a year. They're playing games, and we are suffering for that. So we are checking right now to see if that price, if we order it through OmniSite, is still good at basically $1,500. But I've got a price from Electric Pump for a whole different style, different manufacturer for $4,000, but it's completely brand new. I'm not confident that OmniSite, I don't trust them anymore. If they are willing to do this and do this to a customer, because they're playing games, can we trust them as a village for support after, if we have issues? So just something to think about. I'm still getting prices on other systems. I know $1,500 is a lot better than $4,000, but I'm looking more at service after the sale, not just the immediate sale. And
Hey, Fergie,
Yes.
are we completely committed to them for any particular reason, or is
as
this
far
what
as
we've
I
done in the
know,
past?
yes, as far as I know, I don't believe we are.
Okay.
So just something for everybody to think about. I'm working on other prices. I'm trying to get the details on why we can have one in a week if we buy from them, but why we can't get one if we order through Electric Pump a year down the road. I mean, it has been a year. Our
Right.
purchase went in June of 2019, and we've been playing this game for that long.
Any difference in price?
Well, yeah, the upgrade from OmniSite is $1,500. If we go with a brand-new system, average price is about $4,000. But I'm just not comfortable with OmniSite. I don't trust them anymore. I just flat out don't trust them. So this is not the way you treat customers. If you're having a problem internally or dealing with vendors or you're whatever
So
you
you're
want to
just
call
gonna
it.
check in with other vendors to see what
Yes.
they've got?
Yes, I've already got a price from one company, for a whole new system, and, we're gonna work on another one or two prices as well, but, if we don't have service after the sale, what good is it?
Another Verizon.
Right.
Yeah, so, just something to think about. As I get more prices, I will update you, because we basically have till the end of this year, and then it's no longer, usable. So, that's all I got.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Yep.
And I think that's all I have at this point.
All right, does anybody have anything on unfinished
I
business?
do.
Conclusion?
Very excitement.
The state of
Oh, yes.
Illinois has finally approved our mosquito spraying permit.
And?
That can come off of unfinished business.
Yes.
However,
Yes.
There's always a but.
they backdated it to when our last one expired. So this one will expire in October of 2021. So I will have to reapply this fall for next year.
Do we have the application physically be able to see how it was filled out?
We do.
Beautiful.
We do, and Fergie's been through it now, and I've been through it now, and I think next year it'll go smoother.
And now we can work with our neighbors to the west.
Yes.
Other thing what the state of Illinois approved. License. Radio,
I know I texted you about it.
radio.
Oh, yeah, so, our FCC, sorry, it's been busy. Our FCC license that it was to expired April 1st was renewed, after much collaboration with the FCC. And I will say, for a federal agency, they were fantastic to work with. There was a hiccup on the original application, and so they literally walked me through the entire step on how to fix it. Was on the phone with me for over a half hour filling out the application. So that was fantastic, but that was approved as well. So I don't think we have another FCC license up for renewal for a couple of years. Because I just renewed this one, and then I renewed one about 2 years ago, so I think I've got a few years for the next one.
Excellent.
But anyway, so I'm gonna remove mosquito spraying from the unfinished business.
We have no public.
Huh?
I said we have no public.
Oh,
Um,
sorry,
Unless-
Fergie was commenting that there can't be groups of 50 mosquitoes or more, so it should really
Yes.
doesn't matter.
Should be a nice calm.
water tower design?
Huh?
Water tower.
Anybody else have anything for the board or for the village?
Dina?
I do not.
Hold on, Dina? Is there anything?
Yeah.
Anything further on the water tower design that you want me to, because it's on the unfinished business, but I don't know where to go from there.
Say that again, Sandy. I can barely hear you.
Do you have anything on the water tower
Mike.
design? It's on unfinished business.
But I don't know where to go because we kind of approved one to put in the bid packet, but what are we doing now? Is that what we're going with?
Other than just having that conversation with you yesterday, at that point, like if we have one that we've approved, then I would assume we were moving forward with that, would be my assumption.
So everybody was okay with the one that was selected being the final one that will be on the tower as
Will be on
opposed
the
to the
tower.
one that was just temporarily supposed
Let's
to
do
bid
something. Let's just
packet?
send out which one we picked.
Okay,
Send out all the
Okay.
choices, but make the one that we picked that day.
Okay.
Circled, bolded, whatever you wanna do,
all right.
just so everybody can see it again.
Well,
Verify.
actually, do you mind if I actually put that on the agenda for next week? Because the water tower bid project will be up for award next week as well.
That's what
Perfect.
I'm asking.
And that way we can make
Yeah,
time.
that'd be great, because then that we actually, because we had it specifically, like, I know it was like whatever row, third to the right, whatever.
Yeah.
But if we can actually put the picture of the one we chose, that'd be great.
And if we're gonna make a decision on it next week, if we make the decision next week, we can take that item off the unfinished business.
Yes, and Matt will
That'd be lovely.
Matt will be our Zoom participant next week, so he'll also be able to help
Okay.
on that.
Excellent. Anybody else have anything else?
Nope.
Motion to adjourn?
Jen makes a motion to adjourn, John seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Bye.
Any opposed, same sign.
Good night.
We're adjourned at 7:35 PM.
Bye.
Night, everybody.